Welcome back, boys and girls, to the WESG EU and CIS LAN qualifier here in Barcelona. It's been a fantastic day of Counter-Strike yet again. We've had zero disappointments. If anything, we've had some pretty wild rides. Still hot on my mind, despite it being 3 maps ago, Hugo, was that fantastic comeback from Malolos yet again. But they do fall short. They will be booking their way, of course, to the Chinese event, which is something in and of itself, but unfortunately, no further here today. Instead, what we have for you guys is going to be Team Belgium versus GODSENT. I would say Belgium, another group that pleasantly surprised me.
Yeah, again, we questioned, could they upset, could they be the team in the group of death that actually make it through over VP or Envy or Russia, for example, and they did. They made it over VP, who were out in 4th place. So, yeah, Belgium, they took them down on Cobble. We saw a great game there as well. Very surprising. We've talked about this a lot over the last couple of days. You know, UU AWPing over Twano. Existence was putting up numbers on the frags. Scream was bottom fragging in the game VVP, but they still won it. You know, and if Scream's bottom fragging, but you're winning, that's ridiculous. You know, it shows that there's potential on this Belgium roster. That being said, GODSENT was a huge surprise. Came in on the first day, Group A. They had a shaky start versus Endpoint, only won that 16-14. But other than that, they smashed their way through. They managed to take down who we expected to do so well, Ukraine, that we just saw. And they actually topped their group as well. So GODSENT, that being said, looking like a great team. Coming into this matchup, it's going to be a very difficult prediction to see, you know, what's going to happen. You know, who's going to take this. I'm leaning towards GODSENT, but again, we already know that upsets are prevalent throughout this entire event, and there's a really good chance that Belgium could definitely take a map or even 2.
I thought it was going to have to be Twanu that would step up with an AWP for anybody on this lineup when it comes to Belgium. But more impressively, I think, is going to be the story of UU.
Yeah.
Or now defined as Little U. Okay. You can't just change your name mid-game. Can't do that, Hugo.
How dare he?
Maybe we just call him you.
Or me.
Got him.
Hilarious. Well, first map is Mirage, GODSENT's pick. And we go to Nuke as a secondary. I think that's going to be interesting to see how we go on that again in existence on this roster. But I think the biggest surprise of moving into Nuke is the fact that we don't know how much practice this team has had. So Nuke is a very difficult map to kind of just pug and default. We'll see. We'll get to it. We'll most certainly play it. And then, obviously, if we come down to it, third map Cash. But let's stick with the here and the now. GODSENT on Mirage and name a more iconic duo. We're into the pistol. It's GODSENT on the CT side. Belgium starting off with full armor and setting quickly up towards the B bomb site with 2 players. Bomb there as well, but they're not committed. There's still 3 players towards the top and middle looking to split through short. But without utility, that's very difficult.
Pith is just beneath this. It's actually Ferris with an opening frag. Twist down, Hampus tag, Disco Doppler's tag. Man, the damage has been dealt at this point. GODSENT with very little footing until Disco Doppler stops the bomb in and of itself. Ferris good for a trade frag. That's going to leave GODSENT desperately looking to clamber their way back into B. Hampus with 1 HP, down for the count. Freddy B, what can you do? You've got 3 terrorists ahead, make that 2. Ferris instantly popped with the trade frag just as fast. And it's actually Team Belgium on the offense to find themselves the pistol.
Yeah, on GODSENT's map pick as well. This is a map that GODSENT are known to be very good at, as Sweden is generally. So coming into this one, you're expecting them to know their stuff. But of course, we do have Hampus on this roster, who has been performing very well recently, Pith as well. Although those 2 were putting up numbers, I remember in the opening game of their group match. At least the one that we casted versus Ukraine. Sorry, it's not the opening, the secondary game of their group stage. Either way, looking very strong. Belgium off to a good start. We've got utility up here for the T side and heavy into middle as well. Rifles up. A default from the other 2. We've got both Faris and Twanu set up, ready to split into either B or A, depending on what happens in mid, where GODSENT show their face and if they commit to a gunfight.
It's waiting to smoke off ramp if he has to, but of course with his eyes being blocked, this gives a great opportunity for Scream to continue forward from Catwalk. Sure enough, some bullets fly through, but GODSENT just outdistanced at this point. Had they walked into the A site, then maybe they get something on the board. Maybe they can create more of an upset, but in reality, this one's going to be taken aback. Existence will just commit to the corner. He's hoping, of course, that GODSENT eventually come this way, because by clearing out the B bomb site, they know that it must have been the A stack, which isn't all too uncommon a strategy. Twist then clotheslined as Existence reveals himself and drops to Pit. So at least the trade frag, not just damage dealt, but death as well. Hampus as well is just looking for some kind of kill over inside of mid. So they're still lingering across the map, looking for opportunities. But the biggest opportunity, the round 1, belongs to Belgium.
Yeah, and Rifles held onto as well. Not giving any away to GODSENT to save is a big impact. If GODSENT can walk away with an AK or a Galil, they can certainly make a mockery of Belgium next round. We could see Belgium, for example, walk into a site with a GODSENT player, armored AK, and suddenly they shut them down. I think we actually think back to a Belgium game versus VP on Cobblestone when Neo had the exact same thing on the CT side. He's on the A site, he picked up an AK in the previous round, saved it. Everyone else had pistols, no armor. Neo, the only armored player, goes and gets 4 kills and wins a round for VP. So that's not going to be happening here, at least, or at least not early into the round, because GODSENT only have 2 saved pistols, bit of armor, no one else investing as well, and I like this. CT side, you want utility. Twist has a UMP, wherever that's come from, thrown over. As Belgium, they have rifles, and they set up fast towards the A site. Nice shot from screen, tapping as usual, looking for more, and he finds 2 kills. 1 more on the site, but Pith peeking out aggressively will land the shot. So AK dropped, but there's more players to retrieve it. Pith tries to grab the gun, but they're just going to overrun him. And Belgium, A site control in an instant.
However, Twist still resides within it. He's found himself 1 kill, desperate towards the end of that magazine, but Disco Doppelin on 2 HP, the next man to fall. UU cleaning him up. But Belgium sustaining some pretty heavy losses in that round. I think that the eventual reveal of Twist on the bomb site kind of caught them off guard. And now he's got an AWP to catch them with here in the 4th round. The first gun round for GODSENT. And a gun round that's got Belgium firing off on all cylinders. It is 4 AKs and, of course, the AWP for UU. Still playing it over top of Twanu, which was surprising yesterday, but what we've come to expect by now. Hampus, he wanted his early peak, Hugo.
That he did. UU proved he's a versatile opera as well. I think back to a lot of impact frags he had on Cobblestone, a 4K that you mentioned earlier versus VP. And a game that they won heavily as well. Scream, nice start. Just running out onto A again, doing it like the previous anti-eco. Quick burst kill, takes down the first player. Freddy B dead. Luckily, Hampus draws it back in the connector, takes down Existence, trying to split through mid and follows up. Good impact. 2 frags found. Wallbang potential. He's exposed. Oh, Scream almost landing the shot. Doesn't realize he's backed off inside of the connector into the safety. As the bomb's yet to go down, Belgium are a man down to that of GODSENT, even though Hampus and Twist and Doppelin are all tagged up. Nice plant attempt. It goes through. Twist hits the shot in the meantime, and Farris with 2 frags before he's traded. It's now just Scream on 2, looking for 3, and he gets it. Great defense in the post plant. Belgium off to a cracking start.
Very well done there once the post plant comes through. I mean, I was worried at the point where we see Team Belgium very much kerneled on the bomb site, not having the cover of any smoke grenades towards spawn, not having any kind of, long con through middle or any flank really to come through. They were very much just on the bomb site. And from there, they had to succeed, which was questionable. But while Twist does take 1 with his AWP, he's then quickly traded straight back. And then, obviously, trade frags were the name of the game until Scream decides to end it all. Like he does. Currently 9-1. Obviously, wow. Didn't have too much of an outstanding impact on the pistol, but some nice cleanups on the anti-eco. And now, of course, that first gun round, him finding a 3K. So very well played thus far.
And again, we expect him to be the star of the team, don't we? We expect to look to Scream to be that guy. Plenty of experience, plenty of skill in this man. And while he wasn't required in some of their group stage matches that they got out of in third place, certainly is starting things off here, right when they need it, right when they're the underdog in the matchup, and definitely so, even with a good performance in group. GODSENT topped Group A, and there was competition in Group A. So you can't take that away from them. Double Mac 10 up for Belgium. We've got GODSENT just playing with pistols. Some armored players still up in their hands, but by and large, we're expecting a clean-cut round from Belgium. Aggression from Doppelin. He pushes himself into the underpass, tries to set up for a deep kill, but instead the deep kill comes in from Twist. He's going to be able to start it off here on the CT side, up in the middle area, backs off towards B. We've got heavy setup on this side of the map as well. Farris does find the kill into Disco in the underpass with the Mac 10, but still, if Belgium walk into the B bomb site here, they're going to be greeted by 3 players here. Freddy B's pushed up on A in the meantime, and with his position, we may see Twanu just walk out ramp, because he knows that at least one of the A players is up into the palace, and that he will wait for. The exit, at least, Freddy B looks to walk out, and Twanu holds face. Doesn't know the rest of the site is clear, but he's about to work it out. As the rest of Belgium group up, this will be the A site take.
Definitely. And I would say A site taken as well Freddie B may be able to double back and find some later round impact, but clearly with the Molotov, they're wary of that positioning. They know. They haven't forgot about the possible threat. And they've spotted the threat of Pith towards jungle. He gets smoked off and tagged up, but he deals damage the other way. Yu's attention pulled away because Twist is dealing damage. The bomb's not actually planted as of yet. Pith's still coming in, dealing more damage straight to these Ts. Look at them, 3, all heavily tagged. It's only Scream on a full bar. Hoppus coming in from ramp. There's still been no plant. And now Scream finding contact, but here's Hoppus. Only able to drop down 2. If Scream didn't have health there, things get extra scary. But still, a very close round considering GODSENT's investment and considering that Belgium, they had that site for the taking.
It's just a shame they had Deagles as well on the retake, right? P250s or CZs in their hands, and suddenly that round is looking far scarier onto the low HP players. Yes, a Deagle will finish off the kill in one shot too, but you can't spam that gun in the same way you can with a P250 or a CZ. You also can't be mobile. Deagle, first shot is fully accurate while you run. Other than that, after the first shot, you're not going to hit the broadside of a barn. So that's where the P250 takes supreme. And Belgium, they hold on to the site at the very least to find themselves by, but it does come at a cost. They lose players, and GODSENT, well, cost spent this time. They've got 2 AWPs in play, Twist and Disco. On towards the short area, one up in the palace, and Tuano about to walk into it. Will Twist hit the shot? Will Tuano even face? As he just holds off passive for the time being. Again, we saw him up ramp in the previous round, now he's to palace. But the rest of Belgium towards the top of middle with combination towards B apps. They play slow. Tuano, he's not the man here to make the play. It's actually the mid control. He's only going to be a split player. Once they take mid, if they push up short or push into connector, he's going to be either looking for rotation kills or trying to catch players focused towards that middle area. Especially with 2 players alone on A, they've got to watch their connector.
Run boost. You get points for style already, but Disco Doplin's got him dead to rights. 2 op shots fire off from GODSENT and 2 frags go their way. So they found some serious footing here in the 6th round. Gun rounds coming to fruition as that's a 3rd op frag to the CT side. Make it 4. How about 5? Not yet. Scream responds with a headshot of his own, and that's when Hoppus clears it up. So very nicely done there by Twist, taking 3 kills in the round. And then, of course, Disco Doplin had shut down UU inside of mid. So a round for GODSENT and a convincing one. Everything went their way. They posted up on the right positions. They didn't over-aggress. They kept themselves very patient, and patience pays off.
And the damage pays off as well that they've been doing in these rounds. Belgium 5-1 up, but if you look, they've spent all their cash into this buy. Paris is even on a Mac 10. That just shows GODSENT's been doing work, even though they've been losing these first 5 rounds. And now it's going to start to pay off. They pick up this one, Belgium down on the eco. They won't force because they would have already hit 2 round loss bonus, so may as well just eco this. Ready to be close. Belgium ready to burst. Nice shot from Tuano, opens things up, but it's a return shot from Twist. He may get overrun on the site, and he does. The running and gunning Mac 10 pays off for 1. And a 1-for-1 against Norb, that's certainly worth it, as Lil Yu gets aggressive on the stairs, find himself a kill as well. Belgium now up to a 3-on-2, but what's that cross from existence? He just runs into the open in the face of the Yorp, goes down. They had a smoke for the cross, and UU runs in as well. Belgium, some weird mistakes there. I'm not sure what they're trying to accomplish. Existence peeks connected with the bomb, and UU runs into jungle with the bomb. They had the site for the taking. They had the smoke for the CT spawn or the jungle cross. They could have planted open or closed. Every option for Belgium, and for some reason they take fights. Big surprise.
Not only GODSENT now able to convert their round, but of course, as mentioned, everything was on the line there from Belgium. So those mistakes made that much more costly. And the cost's too high to come into this one with guns. They will position an op over towards the apartments, a more aggressive angle, yet again waiting for somebody to walk straight in. Twist, as opposed to waiting on Palace, will position in mid. Single flashbang from Belgium, so that's not going to give them much to do. They will try to push off of it, just looking to get themselves some entries, maybe a bomb plant, a little damage, a little message, and there's one. Freddie B gets overwhelmed, and Scream, of course. Who else finds Hoppus? Twist misses the shot uncharacteristically. Existence just on the other side. He's upgraded to the M4, but with a nade in hand, he goes down. Another error. Another leg shot, and the follow-up frag. 3 versus 2 as Disco comes in from Cat, but his gun's empty. The pistol's not. And the headshot connects. So now, with a smoke on bomb and the flashbang high, they're going to try to get this retake inwards. Disco Doppelin still with full utility. The bomb tap, but Disco caught with a nade. Twist gets the headshot regardless. He's going to try to stick this. It's down to 2. Twanu needs to hit it, and he can't. The follow-up damage, sure enough, but Twist with the round. Another crucial 3K, and despite it being anti-eco, Belgium still succeed.
Yeah, again, if you're Belgium, right, that's one of the rounds where you go, damn, we really should have won that. We had everything going for us, 3v3 or 5v3 post-plant, everything, and they still lose it. But at the end of the day, you coming into that round with no armored players, with just P250s and Deagles, that's a really good round for Belgium. They get the bomb down, they get 4 kills, they keep GODSENT's economy at bay for the time being, and that can make its difference in the long run, as GODSENT, they don't have a lot of cash. AWP still in the hands of Twist, but it's fast for Belgium. They're just going back to A again, just continually rushing this site, and GODSENT don't seem to learn. Never a smoke or a Molotov down. We've got the entry in, and we've got Belgium with a site.
Twist trying to pry towards Palace, but there's actually nobody in that position. It's 3 Ts on the bomb site, and 1 wrapped around the ramp. Still utilities for each side here. The flashbang will keep Hampus blind. For now, vision regained. Smokes begin to fade. Poor Ferris is just boxed into the corner, and as he crosses back, he's killed. So the utility from the CTs nets them 1. Nets them a man advantage. Twanu then robs it straight back, but Existence is down, and it's just going to be left to Scream. Bomb not planted for him. He's going to have to cross. Twist already posted on the angle, and he hits his op shot. GODSENT with another round, another retake, and another opportunity to break the bank of Belgium, as they will have the option to force this buy, but there would be limitations.
And this is exactly how games go when you have an underdog do well at picking up both the pistol and then the first buy, and then as soon as you get into money game, that's when GODSENT come ahead, because they are actually going to be the better team overall. They're winning these rounds. So yes, Belgium, they may be 5-4 up, but take into account that's off the back of the pistol, that's off the back of winning a buy round where GODSENT don't have a lot of utility, don't have that open play, and then 1 more buy round. Eventually GODSENT are back on the guns, and then boom, this is what happens. 4 rounds in a row. While money is in the hands of Belgium, it's only short term, because this is where GODSENT can start to get back into this game and pull it to a good CT side, you know? Potential of 10 rounds at the moment, unless Belgium strike back again. They haven't done so for a couple of rounds, and GODSENT are looking very, very good. We've got money at least on the Belgium side. They can buy up, they can get 4 rifles in play, but what can they get done with them? Because all they're doing, Connor, is rushing A. Every round, just a fast A play, smokes over, sometimes not even that. They've got to change things up. Maybe go towards B. I heard that's a site.
Yeah, I believe it's on the other side of the map.
Sometimes.
Also sometimes has an AWPer posted on it from GODSENT. They did have more B presence earlier on in the half, but they were being shut out. Of course, Scream and Ferris currently putting up numbers. 13 frags for Scream, 10 on Ferris. So the kill count's there. It's being countered by Twist and Disco Doppelin, though. Those are, again, the 2 AWPers from GODSENT, as they have double digits of their own. So who keeps consistent? Who crumbles first? Right now, Pith's got an MP9. Keep your eyes on it. Could come back to haunt him. He will just sit on Van, so actually probably won't, as long as he doesn't have to rotate on a long distance. And okay, Hampus. He walks around in mid, straight into the hands of Yuyu. No flashbang behind him, I don't believe, or at least not one that blinded the AWPer. So a dry peek, and it's costly. 5 versus 4 for Belgium, and they don't actually pull a trigger off of it. It's not as though they stampede into mid and assume that they can take control of those positions. No, they are still hesitant.
Freddy aggression on ramp. If he catches his kill, not only does he take back ramp control for the retake, but he also drops another player of Belgium, pulls it back into a 4-on-4. He just holds close. It's a split through connector, and Twist catches the first with the AWP. Nice shot from Twanu again. He's so good at taking ramp. As Freddy's dead, it's all on to Doppler to try and hold this one down. He gets one bomb dropped, and so is he. He's screaming through the connector, and now it's the MP9. He said it may come back to haunt him. It certainly will in this. 1v3, not even going to look good. He grabs himself an AK instead. That's something. Maybe Maybe able to spot someone through the edge of the smoke, but Tuanu's too deep, and he just looks towards the bench. No one's there for the Belgium side. After a bit of a hiatus from picking up rounds here on the T half, they're back in with a vengeance. A wrap towards T spawn, B site for Envious. And Envious? Scream. I'm reading the name off the field. I'm reading the name off the right side. It catches you off guard sometimes.
To be fair, Envious is also at the event.
Yeah.
They fell to Space Soldiers, of course, on our secondary stream.
And even beat Belgium and their own teammates Scream in the group stage as well, because they both got matched in the same group, which was very entertaining.
So has this first half been. I thought that Belgium would be able to put up a fight, but wasn't quite so sure about the lead. However, of course, we have to remember that while 6 points looks as though Belgium's been ahead, it's been 4 of the last 5 going the way of GODSENT, so their feet back beneath them. Then again, a man like Scream looks to rip those out yet a second time. This would be the kind of buy to do it against. GODSENT with an AWP, Glass Cannon on Disco Doppelin, UMP for Hampus, AK on Pit. Very little utility. So unfortunately for them, with full belts on Belgium, who have been using nice little set-piece executions into that A-bomb site, they will not have many counter grenades. Maybe the fact that Belgium head towards B means we will not see that execution, or they throw something fresh, because, as you said, they hadn't gone here all too often.
Do you have that one smoke, though? One smoke from Hampus down on this site. So if he jump spots and he sees his push, even without the bomb, that smoke will go down. Doesn't matter, they push through it, they're already fast. And the splash is working out perfectly as well. Hampus has taken at least a low HP, but he gets a kill before his demise. Freddy B up from short, more damage from him. And again, they're rushing him, but he's low on ammo. He's finally going to fall. Existence with that kill. And Belgium with that sight. Finally onto B, and the bomb can go down. It's 6-4, look to be 7, unless Disco has anything to say about it. Pith is actually coming in as well with the AK, but Twist is in such a compromising spot. Tuanu holds down the angle, and he only has a CZ. It's an off angle as well. This should be good for Tuanu, and that should seal the deal. It should seal the fate of GODSENT in this round. It will. They already fall back off the back of that loss from Twist.
Low HP may be tempting, but Team Belgium will keep 4 up for now. And the way GODSENT have cowered their way into Palace, not looking to overdo this. You can't really blame them, because this is now Belgium having a 3-point lead, getting themselves that much further, starting to grow their own economy. We had said that because they sustained so many losses that after 5 rounds won, cash was already in question. Well, not so much anymore. Money for GODSENT not great, so they probably won't buy around it. I'd love to watch Disco Doppelin try to do something crazy.
Yeah.
Look for early impact. Make some kind of play that can be round winning. Don't worry about the long game. Just look for early impact, and from a 5 versus 4 or 5 versus 3, decide where you go from there.
He's certainly the kind of player to be able to do it, but instead it's Pith to push up on short. A quick boost up through the window. And Doppelin supports him as well from the connector. So we have good mid-presence for GODSENT at the very least. The 2 guns being used to exploit an important area of the map, but it's also an area of the map Belgium haven't put pressure on this game. So for both these guns to be in mid at the moment, seeming to not make a huge difference. Belgium hold on slow, and UU sits towards the top. We've already seen him in this position before do work. Holding on with the AWP. Hampus is the man in apps to actually get spotted. Got to be careful with the back off here. He's got to pass the pixel into the sights of Belgium and into the B site as Belgium take control. They clear out apps just in case we've still got a second player here, just in case the aggression's still on. In the meantime, Screen pressures A. With only Freddy B on this bomb site and already Tuanu deep. They're in really, really good position. Smoke missed, and there's a 1 player dead. Disco gone, and Freddy B, he has to go massive here. Scream won't check it. He'll run right past him. While he doesn't have a kit for the ninja, he can certainly grab a free kill and drop a bomb, maybe. Oh, they've run right past him. They still don't have a clue. He runs out into the open. 1 kill. UU doesn't have head armor, and he pays for it. Scream, though, tapping away. He'll clean up the round. 4 kills on the anti-eco, and Belgium up another one. This T side is looking ridiculous.
Looking superb. Most notably Scream, 19 frags. My goodness. Just doing as he does. I think that unarguably, right, we say that Belgium had the pieces to make this a successful run at WESG. They've had success in qualifying for the primary China event. They've had success versus GODSENT here in the later portion of the playoffs. Disco Doppler's going to be trying to hold off on Cat, but luckily Pith there to take his place. Both CTs fall. The B side as well. Existence clearing up in Connector as he does, lingering that way. Trying to slay the remainder of GODSENT. Again, he comes in with a kill. That's Twist down. And Team Belgium, 9-4. 5 points the advantage. Looking for a 6th as well, considering that GODSENT are going to come in deflated. It is some upgraded pistols, minimal Kevlar for Pith, minimal grenades on Hampus.
Minimal rounds on GODSENT, only 4 on the CT side. This is not the best as well, considering the matchup we have. Not only that, but the map we have. This is GODSENT's pick. This is one they're known to be good on, as were the Fnatic roster, as are Swedish players generally. For Belgium, they're making a mockery in the first map of 3. Considering Nuke's up next as well, and that's a map GODSENT aren't big fans of. A risk pick by Belgium, but they're coming into this as underdogs, so they're trying to throw in a curveball. I just hope they're prepared on that map as well, because if they're not, then, hey, we could be seeing the same as the previous best of 3, with both teams taking the opposition's map pick. That between Ukraine and Wololos. But a site take for Belgium, they've got it for free. There's no players here. Twist is sitting in the connector, and while he's aware, he's not going to be able to stop them. Gets spotted, and Faris will take him down from mid. It's a shot from short to finish off Scream as well. Freddy taps onto the tapping man himself, and he looks for more in middle. With another pick, GODSENT can grab a gun from this mid player, and they do. Freddy grabs that kill, so now realistically, GODSENT have a chance to win this round. The issue is they still don't have armored players, only Pith on that armor as Disco Doppler looks to walk back in. He's not taking the gun, and that's an issue. Freddy B has, but this Deagle's still going to be effective. It's Belgium, they have so many nades for this post plant. Molotov going out, but not for the bomb. It's Pith to go for the flank, and 1 kill. Oh, he almost gets both, but he whiffs the first shot. Still finds 1 for 1. He could have done way more from that position. Now it's all on Freddy. Crossfire hell from these 2 last Ts, and he runs up to the site. 1 kill found, but it's actually Twanu not peeking. He's passive in the palace, and Freddy B knows he's got to jump on the bomb, otherwise this round's over. And there we go, Twanu, he's worked it out, can just run to the site. Freddy B takes the fight, but it's Twanu to clean up the round, and Belgium double digits in. This is looking really, really good.
This is an astonishing T side from Belgium.
Yeah.
I mean, even in a round like that, where Freddy tries to put up an individual fight to just turn this back into his tide, it's not enough, Hugo. Just not enough.
Double up will be fun to see for the final round of the half again. Money won't be an issue now. But it's a curveball they should have hopefully taken out a few rounds ago, and that's why. Disco Doppler, 2 kills in mid. You said you wanted to see him go mad. Well, he has, as has Freddy. Bomb dropped as he gets aggressive towards the top of mid. And Belgium, a back foot fight as they've got to pull things back from a 2v5.
Ferris's hair barely fits in the picture.
Yu had a very similar haircut, but he's actually changed it recently, which is a shame. These guys are actually brothers. I think we mentioned that before, but for those unaware. And they rock the same haircut, or did. I love it.
Right now they're going to stay posted on the top of mid. Molotov, a miss. Could still now lean towards the peak from Disco Doppler. That's where he found impact earlier on in the round, right? Those op kills from window. But he's playing patient because Twist has the eyes on Cat, or at least he did. He actually gives it up at the very same moment that Team Belgium get to the lip of Connector. Still, he spots it, and he deals with the problem, just like Pith does by wrapping around. And a 5th round, actually, here for GODSENT. So, still a fantastic T-side from Belgium. That is undeniably so. But 4 CT rounds in a row in the middle of the half. That's all they got for them. Second pistol going the way of Belgium could seriously spell disaster. As could many things.
One thing I've noticed as well, consistently throughout this entire event, that hasn't been common up until this event, is that we've seen a lot of pistol wins only to get forced out when in advantageous situations. So, like, for example, Belgium 10-5 up, they win pistol, you think, oh, game's over, and then GODSENT win the force. That happens a lot of the times, because we've seen a lot of one-sided halves, because, you know, some of the matchups here are, well, one-sided. So there's always a possibility of that. Got to watch out. Force buys are dangerous and teams still don't seem to realize. But we've got armor up on 8. And the last 2 with utility and the kit on Tuanu as well. Belgium holding strong on the A site with 2 players here. Heavy mid aggression as well. GODSENT setting up for the A play. Late in from Freddy B on mid and underpass as well from Pith, but the smoke can be set up and go over towards the jungle. Flashes to follow, or flash. As Hampus is opt to go for the P250, GODSENT will opt to go for A.
It's going to be 2 kills back for the T's, but Scream still inside the cubby. He went unchecked. Now he actually gets over closer towards Tetris, and it's a 3 versus 2. Scream finally down by Twist. At this point, though, the smoke is faded, so that's eyes on sight. Disco Dopplet on full display for the peak on CT. Existence, though, he can't help out. He can't get the kill. And now GODSENT coming back in for the fight. They try to force it, and they'll take it. GODSENT with a 6th round, thanks to the pistol. And that's incredible stuff, considering, of course, that Scream had some serious positioning, that Existence could have easily popped the head of Disco Doppelin, and that in that 2 versus 2, it was actually the terrorists in between the CTs. Talk about a sandwich, but a sandwich that bites back, because GODSENT still come up with the round.
Sounds delicious. Not so much for Belgium. They'll be needing some chocolates and beers if they don't start off soon. Scream's going to be on the scout. We got pistols on the other players, and GODSENT, they're rifled up, but not the best. Only Galils to play with here for GODSENT. They hold off a default. Every area of the map covered, waiting on any kind of aggression from Belgium. No matter where these CTs push, if they do opt to do so, it will be covered. We've got underpass held by Pith. Top mid as well on both avenues up towards A, even with B apps from Hampus, so GODSENT not leaving a gap. As Team Belgium, they play slow themselves. And this is a round that I would be not surprised if they went for some kind of aggression, but they still hold strong on the site. They've got a lot of pressure towards A. And while GODSENT haven't committed, they actually wrapped the bomb back around through T-spawn. So maybe looking to commit towards this side of the map. The time is at a minute, so they could rotate realistically, but it's looking like an A play at the very least. So Belgium, they've got the manpower to deal with this. They've got Scream in the spawn with a scout. With 50 seconds left, GODSENT about to make a play.
This is looking scary. They could very easily walk into this, and again, the smoke grenades could be used to hold them off. Nope, not good for it. Deals some damage, not good for the frag. Hampus and Freddy B then clearing out the bomb site, so what did look scary has now been dealt with. Sure enough, Scream still standing towards Ticket, but he was so effectively smoked off and pushed by Hampus that he was never able to help out his teammates. And he was the man that was supposed to do most, right? He had that scout in play. And unfortunately for him, doesn't find much impact. So Belgium gonna have to take this one on the chin. Of course, GODSENT gonna make the most of it as they move forward with 3 SMGs. Twist having no utility. Means that maybe he throws his life into danger. High risk, high reward. Did have the ramp spawn, but decides not to just go full guns blazing. It's actually a single flash on Existence.
They set up towards Schultz fun, but again, Max is 1 kill, and that's on Hampus. He's going to be overrun. Well, he doesn't get a thing done. The Faris with a quick shot with the USP and his twist to take down another in response. A site conceded by Belgium with this mid-control. While they've grabbed the UMP, it's hardly a winnable round. Freddy B makes that so. Drops said UMP. Everyone else finishing up with kills. Not an issue at all for GODSENT. Clean round, 1 death. And even Hampus appreciates a quick shot from the USP. Running and gunning, he goes down. So 8-10. Now we have the buy from Belgium. We had 5 rounds in a row on Belgium's T side. GODSENT looking to do the same, but they've got 2 more to reach that mark. Still running the bonus as well as Belgium, they're on full rifles. No AWP though. Actually, yes AWP. Yu's got it. He's gone for glass cannon as well. Risky move, but hey, they've not got utility. He wants to try and start things off, get a pick, put themselves in a good spot. I like that.
He opts to put it back on Ticket, so he's actually not even going to be looking for an aggressive stance, but rather a responsive play. Ooh. Scream looking to make his mark. Gets into the windowsill, has to now fall off. That's the MAC-10 trying to gun him down. He's fully blind, he's done for. As is that B-site defense. Team Belgium with 3 players up. Sure, the save is tempting, but with 1 kill for Existence onto Hampus. It's a little bit of mid-control back into the hands of the counter-terrorists, but unfortunately for them, not enough to justify forcing this retake. Allow GODSENT to find their 9th. Just try to come back stronger in the next round.
Yeah, I really wouldn't be surprised if GODSENT kind of just run away with this game at this point. Like, this is a really, really good map for the Swedes again, and we've got Belgium, who may not be coming into this event with the most practice at all. Whereas GODSENT, yeah, they had a struggle on the CT side, but now they're in control of the pace of the round, now that they're the ones to make the play. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some heavy pullbacks. From this 5-10 half, it's already gone 9-10. But the 5 rounds in a row for GODSENT won't be made easy, just judging by the fact that Belgium saved 3 guns. So they'll be reinvesting. Although, if you look at the money, they won't be able to get full M4s. One player will have to opt for either a FAMAS or UMP, maybe even a CZ, but they've got more money than that. If they want an SMG, it's certainly an option. So the rebuy comes through, and actually, wow, Existence, instead of deciding to drop over an M4, he actually holds on to his cash. And that's off the back of them wanting to rebuy next round as well. So if they lose this, just because they save, they'll be able to get 2 buys in a row, rather than dropping guns over. So that means they have 2 pistols, but it doesn't seem to matter, because Existence has gone heavy into middle, and he's opened up with 2.
If anybody was questioning his decision there, and the players stuck on pistols, well, he makes up for it by his individual play. Of course, Hampus finds him on his retreat back towards that B bomb site, and it's over towards B now that the bomb actually looks to head, leaving Disco Doppelin alone in Palace. But Twanu's yet to leave because, of course, while we watch Scream push through ramp, nobody actually clears Palace, and oh, Scream walks back. Disco Dopplin's prying for info, gets a little more than he asked for, but he himself finds the frag. Twanu can't come up with it. And that puts us into this very awkward situation whereby we've got T's spread everywhere and CT's just as thin. Bomb is resistant to make its commitment as UU, who now will finally come over towards the A site. Looks like Hampus might go clear underpass. That's at least a good idea, even if you want to head towards B.
Slow for GODSENT, they've actually not hit this B site. They're going for A, and that's off the back of Disco Doppelin here, but again, as pointed out, Scream is still in this position. He's still up in the apartments, and if he stays here as well, this is dangerous. They may be aware of the potential, but they don't know for a fact. UU spotted towards a spawn, just has to stay alive. It's all on Scream to make the play, not UU. He just has to try and get 1. Pith Aggression takes a kill, but Scream sprays away. Bomb dropped 2 kills. Doesn't matter that he goes down because Hampus, I don't know if he's got time for the plant. He doesn't. That's it. That's the round over. And Faris, all he's done is hide in a corner, but it's done his job. Belgium pick up the round. What a great one from Scream.
Very well done there. And I mean, it's interesting, of course, because Disco Doppelin was within that Palace. It's Disco Doppelin winning the duel at Palace onto Twanu that then cements the rotation from GODSENT through underpass into connector and onto that A bomb site. Of course, then Disco Doppelin doubles back through ramp, clears that out, thinking to himself, oh, I've got this. When in reality, Scream had at one point pushed through ramp and comes back in through Palace. So they switch positions, and it's that element of surprise that Scream uses to win out on the round. But right now, it's the mid-clash that's gotten kills each way. Freddy B stopping Scream with a shot from his op. Disco Doppelin yet again trying to crack this site open. Will spot the barrel, takes the head of Twanu yet again. While Ferris hit in the corner last round, hiding will get nothing done. 4 players up from GODSENT as they too take double digits.
Yeah, that's a hard reset onto Belgium's economy. Money gone now from the CT side. Faris has cash, but no one else does. However, they're going to force it up regardless. This is a big buy from Belgium, but again, it's double eco regardless. So, makes some sense. Maybe they can get something done with this one. Eagles in play, twist with Yorp, fast towards A, he seems to run, and he might catch the cross, he does, but only damage, not the kill. However, he will have spotted that, fast towards mid for UU. He's making noise, Hampus hears it, and he shoots him down as well. So Belgium already down a man. Trying to make that look a little bit better. Where Faris trades, only to get traded himself. So still in the favor of GODSENT. And that one rifle, a 1-to-1 is not good enough. When you have a pistol, 1-for-1 is perfect. With a rifle, especially a solo rifle, you would have hoped for more. Unfortunate for Faris to go down, but maybe someone can grab his gun. Existence has done this before from short, so he'll go to grab it. But still GODSENT walking to B. He's none the wiser just yet. Does have a Molotov picked up. That's perfect. Can delay the push a little bit longer, but he doesn't know they're here yet.
Existence is still in a position to shut down this entire round, but it's going to take a hell of a performance to do so. Molotov will force his feet back towards Arch, where he eats a flashbang. Disco Doplin's going to try to clear out all these corners in time. Existence only good for one as he's immediately traded back, but by dropping bomb, it at least delays this a little longer. Still, the delay won't do much. GODSENT. They reside within both the bomb site and the apps. Twist on the op, watching Cat. It's actually inside of mid that Team Belgium go to retrieve some guns. It's perfectly fine. Scavenge some weapons, look for some scraps, and then head back to the palace. But you know what? Scream wants more than scraps. He's not a scrap kind of man. He's a headhunter.
Wonder what that involves.
Pardon?
Wonder what that involves.
Headshots. Or back shots. He tries to get them while they exit. Or deaths, if Twist then just cleans them up. So GODSENT tie, 11 apiece, and this T side is looking even better than that of Belgium, dare I say it.
Yeah, you do. And you're right. Belgium having struggles here on the CT side. Money again being one of those biggest ones, as they've got to allow GODSENT to take the lead for the first time in a while. It was a good first half for Belgium. That's certainly fallen off. Twanu with the solo AK looks to make it all happen like Faris did in the previous round, but this time he doesn't have the support of armored teammates to throw that gun over to in the event of his death or even loss of HP. May as well commit to it. Still tagged up, he pushes down ramp. So a different decision taken, a different position pushed, but GODSENT don't go near it. Instead they're down towards B. With heavy mid-aggression from the short players as well, Twanu's going to rotate off. I like this, fall back towards the CT spawn. He'll be in B before they are. Although, maybe not. They push fast. They go really fast. Double molly in, forces Faris off of the position. He has to fall back passive. Twanu starts it. Scream dead, but Twanu's still up, and there's 2 kills. And they're distracted. Allows you to get damage done. And now we're into the 1v1. Twanu continues to push, and it's 4 kills in. He picks it up. What Faris couldn't do in the previous round, Twanu certainly will, and that will keep Belgium in the lead. They don't allow GODSENT to take it away. And that's an Eco 1 with only 1 gun in play.
That's an awesome round from Team Belgium. That's just the kind of round that now reminds you that they're not out of this.
No.
Remember, of course, that GODSENT had the majority of their CT rounds come in that spree of 4. And that came out of nowhere, right? Sure enough, Belgium had been instantly reset, but they are back onto the guns now, so that's a whole other story. And maybe now they start converting, and because they had such a phenomenal first half, they're that close to victory lane. On the precipice of a win. Then again, GODSENT have been on point, and they have effectively reset before, so why not do it twice? As the smoke fades, and the fire is extinguished, Pith looks towards Connector, wants to find some footing, but speaking of footing, Scream goes high over the sandbags. They lock eyes, neither player capable of getting the kill, and then the CTs go scrambling back. Like a kid caught in the cookie jar, Scream's just instantly out. But Existence, Hugo, he finds a kill. And that's a man advantage for Team Belgium as yet again the smokes delay the T side, who now look to hit this A site. Ooh. And UU with impact from Ticket, he drops Pith, so not just 5v4, but 5v3. Just
when you think GODSENT can close out this map, Belgium come in not only with an eco win, but now with a 5-on-3 on a buy to keep GODSENT's economy low. Delay or deny that reset. It's Doppler to deny Twanu. No more antics from him in this round as we see GODSENT quick play that A site. Nice shot as well. Finishes off Existence as they look for more. UU towards the back of the spawn. The Molotov will land perfectly, forcing him into the open. And while he will land the shot onto Twist, it's not the kill.
5 versus 3s are not ever supposed to go this way. And this will now be GODSENT effectively resetting Belgium yet again. This could spell disaster. Even despite a fantastic start, despite a couple of rounds on the defense, it is GODSENT back in the driver's seat. talk about individual play. Twist with 25 frags, 20 kills between Hampus and Disco Doppelin each. And you know what? I'm going to say it again, man. Props to Hampus. Coming in as one of the stand-ins and not the guy that I would ever really have caught my eye in terms of kill count. Even back on his time with Red Reserve, like I realized that, you know, he was an instrumental piece to the team, had promise, but it's not like it was ever his name up in lights. And sure enough, Twist is ahead of him, Disco Doppelin as well, but as far as like an international level, Hampus has not accomplished as much as of late. So good for him. Comes in with Pith at this event. Pith, who is currently struggling at 8 and 15, has also had these kinds of games where he caught my eye, impressed me. So by all means, GODSENT are quite the beasts here on Mirage, at least on the second half. And of course, the immediate difference between these two CT sides, GODSENT 4 in a row, and the 5th round as the last. Poor Belgium now only having 2, and each of which reset. Belgium having a harder time on this defense than even GODSENT did. Maybe they can work these pistols.
Maybe close position again from UU. Pith sits close himself. They're about to burst. There's so much defensive on the CT side, but no flash in. He goes in dry. UU dead. Pith looks for more as well. He finds it. One more player towards the back of the site, but it's only stand-ins today. Hampus and Pith make this round work. Doppelin finally chimes in too, but at this point it doesn't even matter. This round is over. Barrett alone with the USP and connector. GODSENT flawless so far. It's looking like 13, Connor. What was a great start for Belgium. GODSENT pulled back, only for Belgium to win an eco and set themselves up for success. It's GODSENT to pull it again back into their favor. 13 up. As Belgium are in a spot where, do they even buy? Can they even make that risk, you know? They can. But the issue is, if they lose it, it's back down to pistols. So they half buy. Armor, UMP, CZs, Deagles. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, but it's GODSENT set up for 14 perfectly, unless Belgium could show something surprising into this round. We don't have a lot to play with. We have some utility on Belgium, but it's by and large so much more favorable for GODSENT. And I like this fast mid-aggression as well.
UU on the forefront. Nice flashbang, but it's not going to stop the CTs from finding both the kill and the AK then picked up. They've got players to try and bail them out of this position, but the Molotov will force them out, so it's not on their own terms. In fact, Tuanu's just going to burn to a crisp. And that's the AK unretrievable for now. Existence lingers on. And at least GODSENT, they still hold on to the bomb and the positioning towards the back of Apps. Grouping themselves together at this point, and just looking to play eventual trade frags, but look at Ferris, he's getting aggressive. He might catch the backside of Pith as he is ambiguous with his position, just moving over and over. And again, we still have Existence on mid, screen pushed up towards ramp, so positioning from Belgium that could net them some more kills. But unfortunately for Scream, he's going to need more than just one. GODSENT coming in here towards this A site with 3 players, leaving Pith to come in through mid late. Could help out if things don't go their way, if Scream can put up a bit of defense, but it's going to be a big ask, seeing as he doesn't even have Kevlar to play with.
Ooh, it's all on this kill, and it's all on Pith's kills. He finds the opener. Scream, as you said, left to do work, but he's alone and being split through the connector. And that's upstairs. Pith finds it. Good kill from him as well. It's GODSENT's round once again. Belgium, all about damage, and, well, UU is. 3 HP, Molotov in. That will seal his fate as he falls back. Him and Faris run for the hills and allow GODSENT to take 14. Again, it was only a half buy for Belgium, so it's not the worst situation to lose, but again, really no damage, and that's the issue. GODSENT are given more and more room. 14 rounds. I think this is falling back into what we kind of expected for this matchup. A close game, but GODSENT seeming to be taking the lead.
Freddie B can strip one of these guns away. Well, that'll be Belgium in an even tougher spot. And honestly, he's still going to have the time to round the corner. Even though he sprints, Ferris doesn't hear him.
That's the AK dropped as well, not even the UMP player, which is the worst part. So of all the guns to save, it's one that he can literally reinvest above and get a rifle instead of. He's got to make that decision. Do I want the UMP or do I upgrade? Do I get that AWP that I can afford? And yeah, he does. So the UMP save was completely negated by that point. If only he had the AK.
If only, Hugo. But he didn't, did he?
No.
Existence doesn't have a life to work with in this one. Twist just instantly finding that 5v4 yet again from the aggression on ramp. Just pops the man on cross. Twanu deciding to get aggressive as opposed to just sitting underneath the lip of the balcony, which he has done before. Also positioned back by Tribox. We've seen him on Ticket, so his positioning on the A site has changed up, as it has yet again. He goes beneath it. Scream thinks about maybe wrapping around the corner on the top of mid, but then again, last time they did this in the previous round, there was 3 players already positioned here. Off the flash, he will push. Pith having to give up the angle, but that's just giving up information, and false information. He thinks nobody's there, when in fact, Pith lingers. Does allow for the exit from Belgium towards that B bomb site, so now unfortunately for Twanu, he's completely isolated on A, and it is in fact exactly there that GODSENT will eventually get to. But with the smoke down, he might delay this. Ompus traded back by Scream over on B. Down goes Twanu. Twist with the op shot, 4 versus 2. And 30 seconds still left for GODSENT to try and get this plant in. They will, unless he hits the wall bang, but I doubt it. And now even the smoke ensuring the safety of GODSENT. That is going to be 15 here, Hugo. CT side looking for the 3-round comeback. They want overtime.
We've seen it happen before. Well, no, we've seen ties at least. And an overtime in the previous series, but it's going to be a difficult road to recovery for Belgium. Which is a shame as well, considering how well they did in that first half, and then, you know, taking 11 in the second. If we have a look at the scoreboard, we can just see how little work they've got done on that CT side. But it's GODSENT either way, just with such a strong B side. Not giving up anything, they don't even let saves happen. They've got the money to chase, there's no issue here. And they keep it going for another round. As you say, Connor, 15. And the money for Belgium, pretty weak. Mag 7 coming in, that's when you know it's desperation time.
Fortunately for Belgium, you know, it wasn't that much of a CT side that they really had to throw up. Only 5 rounds. And while GODSENT were able to give us a 4-round block, and then that 5th and final in the 15th, fortunately for Belgium, they were effectively reset. So GODSENT doing a very good job of limiting their gun rounds. I feel like we've seen pistols more often than not, but let's look at shotguns. Mag 7 good for 1 kill up close, but the distance doesn't work out into its favor. Trade frags on Cat, and Scream will need to come up big. 3 Ts ahead. There's the first one. Disco Doppelin dead. Molotov blocks him off. Of course, Scream can't run through that. Down he goes. Twist and GODSENT with an incredible comeback on Mirage. They only worked 5 rounds onto the board on that CT side, and yet here we have it, winning the opening map of this series. More importantly, winning their own map pick, because I think that having Nuke coming up as our second map really puts a giant question mark into this equation. Honestly, I don't know if a team like GODSENT are going to be all too confident on Nuke. No. And then again, despite it being a pug from Belgium, you got a guy like Existence who can you know, figure out and read teams easily. Yeah,
the only issue I notice coming forward is that I know, or I expect this Nuke pick was a risk pick, right? From Belgium going, okay, right, we've got to pull out something that will catch GODSENT off guard. What else do we do? It's more a question of how much preparation have Belgium done, and that is a question we don't actually know our answer ourselves. So it's quite difficult to at least know how this third one's going to go, or second one's going to go. But all we know is GODSENT will have played Nuke, and they will be a little bit more prepared, regardless of how much time Existence has put into this team. Either way, we'll be finding out how Nuke is going to go. Our first Nuke of the tournament, if I'm correct as well. So we'll be going for a short break. I'm lying.
You're lying.
First Nuke.
Remember, Endpoint got 2 rounds.
Our first Nuke of the tournament.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, I'm watching you. We'll be back after the break with more.